Hello everyone, I'm John with JP Strategic Investments, and today I want to give you guys my full analysis on Tesla's new FSD beta. Now, I put a quick video out on my initial thoughts when videos first started to show up on Twitter, but we've had a lot more news come out since then, so I wanted to give you guys kind of my full analysis on what I think of the system in the latest videos, and also how I think this could affect Tesla and their stock. So first of all, the more videos I see coming out on FSD beta, the more excited that I get. It seems like all of these early access drivers who are posting the videos are beyond excited, and they're saying that the car can basically do everything at this point. I mean, it's driving on city streets and stopping at the stoplights and stop signs, waiting for pedestrians and making turns when it needs to. There were two videos in particular that recently came out that really impressed me. The first one here is when the car goes through a roundabout. Now, Elon has said that roundabouts have been very hard in the past, and so it's really cool to see that this car just goes right through the roundabout, handles it almost perfectly, and it even does so with a pedestrian right near the car. And you can hear in the background how impressed the drivers are and the passengers and how excited they are, and it's really cool to see.
What? What? What?
The other video here is something that I've been really curious about how Tesla would handle, and that is making a right-hand turn on a red light. And it's great to see here that the car stops, waits for the cars to make left-hand turns, makes sure it's safe, and then pulls right through. And these videos have really impressed me so far, and so this has been really cool to watch. Now, obviously, a lot of these videos, if not most of these videos, have been taken by people who are huge Tesla fans. Most of these people in the early access programs are huge Tesla fans, and so there's a bit of a bias here. And the other thing is we don't necessarily know how many takes it took them to maybe get through that roundabout or make that right-hand turn. But I feel like if there was a major issue with this update, we would have heard about it from at least one of the drivers. One thing that I would say did kind of disappoint me is the Smart Summon. Now, Smart Summon, it looks like, did show some improvement with this update, but not nearly as much as the performance of the car on city streets and making turns through intersections. This video here is a car with the update on Smart Summon, and the car does back out fairly confidently and starts to move towards the driver. It even stops for a passing car here. Well, it was a bit of an abrupt stop. It wasn't too bad, but the issue is where the car makes this turn, and it makes it really wide, and then it gets very cautious. Now, I'm not sure if the car is getting confused by the shadows on the road, or if Tesla has just programmed the car to be much more cautious in Summon because there is no driver, and because in parking lots you can have pedestrians kind of come out of nowhere at any moment. Whatever it is though, either way it needs a little bit of work. Now, that being said, other than that, I'm super impressed with this update. It seems like most people in the early access program are pretty much implying that while it's not perfectly smooth, the car can go from point A to point B without any interventions for many of their trips. Once the system is rolled out and people start using it, the system will learn very quickly, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see something very close to full autonomy late next year. As far as how this will affect Tesla as a company, there's a few things to get into. So first and foremost, if you were still unsure about which company will be the first to solve full autonomy, I think there's absolutely no question now that Tesla is by far and away the leader, and we could see them get there in a year or two. As Jim Cramer puts it, Tesla has left the old school automakers in the dust. Now, the next thing I want to talk about in relation to Tesla as a company actually has to do with a recent tweet from Elon. Now, Elon Musk recently tweeted late Wednesday night that they will be increasing the price of FSD by $2,000 this coming Monday. That means that FSD next week will cost $10,000. Now, there are a couple of things to get into here. First, there are some people that say that this is too big of an increase too soon, and it will turn off some potential buyers of FSD. To be honest though, once this update starts rolling out to the rest of the fleet and we start to see how good it really is, I'm pretty sure anyone who was seriously considering buying FSD at $8,000 will be more than willing to pay the extra $2,000. Plus, if we do the math here, with the price increase, Tesla only has to sell 80% as many FSD packages as they would have had to sell at the $8,000 price tag to make the same amount of money. So I highly doubt either way that this price increase will cause a 20% drop in FSD purchases, but most likely this will just mean more profit for Tesla. Second, anyone who is currently considering buying a Tesla over the next several months is going to be very tempted to buy now before the price increase. And also anyone who owns a Tesla but hasn't yet added FSD will also be tempted to get in at the lower price. This means that Tesla could have a blowout fourth quarter. The delivery time for the Model 3 is currently listed on Tesla's website at 7 to 10 weeks, and so we'll have to see if over the next week or so that gets pushed out even further by a potential flood of new orders. Another thing to think about from an accounting standpoint is that every time Tesla releases new FSD features, they're able to recognize more deferred revenue. If you're not sure what this means, basically right now when people currently pay for full self-driving, Tesla isn't actually able to record all of that money as revenue or profit because technically they haven't fully delivered on what the customer is paying for. In fact, that money is actually recorded as a liability because Tesla still owes the customer something. And if they don't deliver on that thing that they owe the customer, then the customer is going to want their money back. So the customer is basically paying for full autonomy, and what Tesla has done is they've broken down full autonomy into sections or checkpoints that they progressively roll out as updates, like navigate on autopilot, smart summon, or stoplight and stop sign recognition. So Tesla can only record whatever percentage of revenue they have currently delivered to the customer. Each time Tesla rolls out a new feature, they can go back and recognize that corresponding revenue, or in other words, they can move it from their debt to the revenue, which will then trickle down to their profits. Looking at how much Tesla has recognized in the past, we can get an idea of how much they will recognize with the release of FSD. So, for example, when Tesla released Smart Summon, they recognized $30 million in deferred revenue. And when they released Stop Sign and Stoplight Recognition, they recognized $48 million. Now, I would say that this update is much bigger than both Smart Summon and Stoplight and Stop Sign Recognition, especially with how much Elon Musk has touted this update as a fundamental step towards Tesla reaching full autonomy. I wouldn't be surprised if they recognize between $75 million and $100 million this quarter if they're able to release this update in time. This money essentially goes straight to the bottom line and would be a huge addition to Tesla's profits in the fourth quarter. Now, obviously, the stock is down about 3% since they reported earnings, and we got the updates and the release of videos from FSD beta. This is very confusing for us to see because, in our opinion, Tesla crushed third quarter earnings, and really there's no way around that. And now seeing these videos of FSD beta come out and how good it is, we really think the stock should be up huge right now. We've increased our 1-year price target to $900 and our 3 to 5 year price target to $2,100. If you're interested in our full analysis of Tesla's stock and their earnings, you can find it on our website, and we'll put a link to our website and the specific article about Tesla's earnings in the description of this video. And we'll make sure to put a link to our website and the specific article regarding their earnings in the description of this video. I hope you found this analysis helpful, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing because it really helps out the channel. Other than that, have a great day.